Hello my lovely ravens, over the last 5 years I have been crafting these 50 matchboxes, each representing iconic locations from Harry Potter's incredible journey. Today I'm going to tell some of his story as we journey through these matchboxes, remembering some of the key moments in iconic locations, starting right from the beginning. Harry's tale begins in the ordinary Muggle world at the Dursley family home on a quiet suburban street at Four Privet Drive. This is where Harry grew up with his Aunt Petunia, Uncle Vernon and Cousin Dudley, who treated him like an unwanted burden. Life was dull and unkind for young Harry here. For most of his childhood, Harry didn't even have a proper bedroom. Instead, he was forced to sleep in a tiny spider-filled space that symbolized his neglect and isolation from the world. But little did he know that this was just the start of an extraordinary adventure. On Harry's 11th birthday, everything changed when the giant gamekeeper Hagrid arrived with a letter from Hogwarts. To escape the Dursleys' attempts to hide the truth, Harry and Hagrid traveled to London and entered the wizarding world through a hidden pub, the Leaky Cauldron, tucked away in the city. This bustling inn served as a gateway to Diagon Alley, where the wizards and witchers gathered for drinks and gossip. Their first stop in Diagon Alley was the grand, goblin-run wizarding bank Gringotts, where wizards stored their treasures. Harry was amazed by the marble halls and the speedy carts that zoomed through the underground tunnels. Here, he learned about his parents' legacy and the wizarding economy. Deep beneath the bank, Harry accessed his family's secure storage space, piled high with glittering gold galleons, silver sickles, and bronze nuts. It was his first glimpse of the wealth and mystery left behind by his parents. With funds in hand, Harry began shopping for school supplies. He visited Madame Malkin's robe shop where he was fitted for his Hogwarts uniform, encountering fellow students like Draco Malfoy for the first time, hinting at future rivalries. Next, they headed to Flourish and Blotts, a bookstore crammed floor to ceiling with enchanted books on every magical subject imaginable. Harry picked up his required textbooks, including a history of magic and 1,000 magical herbs and fungi. Potion making required special ingredients, so Harry stopped by Slug and Jigger's apothecary, which was filled with jars of slimy things, powders, and peculiar smells. He bought beetle eyes, dragon liver, and other essentials for his first year. In the wizarding world, owls deliver mail, and at Aelop's Owl Emporium is where Harry acquired his faithful snowy owl Hedwig, which was brought to him by Hagrid for his 11th birthday. Harry's eyes lit up at the sight of the quality Quidditch supply store, showcasing the latest broomsticks, Quidditch robes, and gear. He dreamed of flying as he gazed at the Nimbus 2000 in the window, foreshadowing his future as a seeker. The highlight of the trip was visiting Mr. Ollivander's wand shop, where dusty boxes lined the walls, and the wise proprietor, Mr. Ollivander, helped Harry find the wand that chose him, a wand made of holly with a phoenix feather core. On the 1st of September, Harry arrived at King's Cross Station and discovered the secret entrance to platform 9 3/4, where the Scarlet Hogwarts Express awaited. Pushing his trolley through the barrier between platforms 9 and 10, he boarded the train for his new life. On the Hogwarts Express, he meets Ron, Hermione, and a few other people who will all be with him throughout his Hogwarts adventures. The train eventually stops at Hogsmeade Station, where all the students disembark and head to the castle. Upon arriving at Hogwarts, Harry and the other first years were led into the magnificent Great Hall, with floating candles, the enchanted ceiling showing the night sky, and long house tables. During the sorting ceremony, the sorting head placed Harry in Gryffindor. Harry settled into his new home away from home. The Gryffindor Common Room was a warm and welcoming space, accessed through a portrait hall filled with armchairs by the fire, where he bonded with Ron, Hermione, and other Gryffindors over homework and adventures. Hogwarts had unique common rooms for each house, reflecting their distinct traits and fostering a sense of belonging among the students. The one for Hufflepuffs was cozy and earthy, located near the kitchens with round doors like barrel tops, emphasizing their values of loyalty, patience, fair play, and a love for good food and hard work. Ravenclaws enjoyed an airy and spacious tower with stunning panoramic views of the Hogwarts grounds, a place designed for wit and learning, where the riddle-guarded entrance encouraged intellectual pursuits, blue and bronze decor, and bookshelves filled with tomes for late-night studying. Slytherins resided in a mysterious dungeon-like area beneath the Black Lake, with greenish light filtering through underwater windows where merpeople could sometimes be seen, creating an atmosphere of ambition and cunning, complete with leather sofas and a sense of ancient pure-blood traditions. Classes kicked off with potion-making lessons in the cold, dimly lit dungeon classroom, surrounded by jars of pickled creatures and bubbling cauldrons, where the strict Professor Snape brewed not only potions, but also a deep-seated rivalry with Harry from day one. Bright and airy classroom dedicated to changing the form of objects, Professor McGonagall, a stern yet fair animagus, demonstrated complex spells like turning desks into peaks and back again, teaching the importance of precision and focus in transfiguration magic. Students practiced essential spells like Wingardium Leviosa for levitation and others in the Charms classroom, where Professor Flitwick, often standing on a stack of books, guided them with enthusiasm and a wave of his wand. The greenhouses, humid and filled with exotic and sometimes dangerous magical plants like screeching mandrakes and ensnaring devil's snare, were the vibrant setting for herbology classes under the caring and earthy guidance of Professor Pomona Sprout. Learning to protect oneself from curses, hexes, and dark creatures took place in this ever-changing classroom for the defense against the dark arts lessons that adapted to each new professor, everyone's favorite teacher being Professor Lupin, of course. Late-night sessions involved stargazing and charting celestial bodies from the castle's tallest tower, equipped with telescopes and star maps, where Professor Sinistra taught the intricate connections between astronomy and magic. Towering shelves packed with thousands of books, including the tempting restricted section, guarded by men and pins, made this vast library a crucial hub for research where Hermione often spent hours poring over ancient texts to uncover vital secrets. Perched on the edge of the Forbidden Forest stood the humble hut belonging to the gamekeeper Rubeus Hagrid, a cozy spot filled with oversized furniture, a loyal boarhound named Fang, and offerings of strong tea and rock-hard cakes during visits. The thrill of the Wizarding World sport came alive on the Quidditch pitch, with towering goal hoops and spectator stands where Harry discovered his natural talent as seeker, zooming on his broom to catch the golden snitch in exhilarating matches. Standing tall and overlooking the expansive school grounds, the Hogwarts Clock Tower with its intricate bells and clock mechanisms marked the relentless passage of time, silently witnessing countless student adventures and pivotal moments in Harry's journey. During the school holidays and summers away from Hogwarts, Harry found a true sense of family and warmth at the Weasley residence, the Burrow, a delightful lopsided and enchanted house bustling with gnomes in the garden, magical clocks, and the loving chaos of a large wizarding household. When trying to get to Diagon Alley by Floo powder, Harry mistakenly arrived in the adjacent shadowy Nocturne Alley, stumbling into this sinister shop crammed with dark and cursed artifacts, where shadowy dealings and forbidden items like the Hand of Glory were on display. He had landed himself in Borgin and Burkes. Planted firmly on the Hogwarts grounds, this enchanted and violently threshing tree guarded a hidden passage with its whipping branches, famously nearly demolishing the Weasleys' flying Fort Anglia during Harry's chaotic arrival in his second year. Venturing into the shadowy depths of the Forbidden Forest, Harry and Ron followed a trail of spiders to this terrifying hollow inhabited by the massive Acromantula Aragog and his colony, where they learned shocking truths about Hagrid's innocence amid a narrow escape from hungry arachnids. Concealed deep beneath the castle's foundations lay an ancient and forbidden lair constructed by Salazar Slytherin himself, housing a massive basilisk and becoming the eerie site of Harry's courageous battle to rescue Ginny Weasley from Tom Riddle. After a disastrous incident where Harry accidentally inflated his Aunt Marge like a balloon and fled the Dursleys, he was rescued by this wildly erratic triple-decker purple bus, the Night Bus, complete with talking shrunken head and beds that slid during its high-speed obstacle-dodging journey through the night. One of the most beloved spots in the village of Hogsmeade was the cozy and inviting pub, the Three Broomsticks, famous for its frothy, warming butterbeer, where Harry, under his invisibility cloak, overheard crucial conversations about his parents' betrayal by Sirius Black. Tempting treats and confections of every kind filled this delightful honeydew shop, offering chocolate frogs, birdie bots, every flavor beans, and even a hidden underground passage leading back to Hogwarts for sneaky adventures. Looming on the outskirts of the village stood this dilapidated and supposedly haunted building, the Shrieking Shack. Known for its blood-curdling screams, but in reality serving as a secret hideout for werewolves like Remus Lupin, connected by a tunnel to the Whomping Willow on the school grounds. Ascending to the North Tower's attic divination classroom, students encountered a misty, perfumed space cluttered with tea leaves, crystal balls, and dream diaries, where the dramatic Professor Sybil Trelawney predicted grim futures and taught the art of divination with varying degrees of accuracy. In Harry's 4th year, Hogwarts hosted the Triwizard Tournament, featuring challenges like facing dragons and navigating mazes, but the one task plunged champions into the cold, murky depths of the Black Lake to rescue loved ones from merpeople. To unravel the cryptic clues for the tournament tasks, Harry sought solitude in this luxurious and spacious bathroom reserved for prefects, with its grand mermaid stained glass window, bubbling scented bath, and the ghostly advice of Moaning Myrtle. The tournament ended in tragedy at this foggy and overgrown cemetery in the remote village of Little Hangleton, where Cedric Diggory met his end and Lord Voldemort dramatically regained his physical form using a dark ritual involving Harry's blood. Following Voldemort's chilling return, Harry spent a tense summer at the ancient and gloomy townhouse of 12 Grimmauld Place inherited by Sirius Black, serving as the hidden headquarters for the Order of the Phoenix, complete with house elf creature and rooms full of dark family secrets. Falsely accused of performing underage magic in front of a muggle, Harry faced a formal hearing in the Ministry of Magic's underground courtroom, standing before the full Wizengamot and defending himself against a potential expulsion from Hogwarts. With the Ministry meddling in school affairs, Hogwarts endured the reign of the tyrannical High Inquisitor Dolores Umbridge, whose frilly, pink-decorated office adorned with lace and kitten plates became a place of cruel punishments. In defiance of the regime, students gathered to form Dumbledore's army in a dimly lit and somewhat grimy Hogshead Inn run by Aberforth Dumbledore, where the secret defense lessons were planned. Following intense battles and injuries sustained at the Ministry, wizards like Arthur Weasley received treatment in this bustling magical hospital St. Mungo's, with specialized wards for spell damage, creature-induced injuries, and even a ward for permanent spell effects. In Harry's 6th year, the story takes us to Spinner's End, a bleak house in the rundown industrial muggle town where Severus Snape resides. This grim setting serves as a backdrop for a crucial scene where Narcissa Malfoy and Bellatrix Lestrange visit Snape, desperately seeking his help with Draco's dangerous mission, revealing tensions and Snape's complex role through the Unbreakable Vow. Bringing a splash of color and mischief to Diagon Alley, Fred and George Weasley launched their innovative joke shop, bursting with products like skiving snack boxes to fake illnesses, love potions, and an array of pranks that delighted students and vexed authority figures. Numerous pivotal revelations, mentorship sessions, and strategic discussions unfolded in the headmaster's circular tower office, adorned with silver instruments, talking portraits of past headmasters, the mystical Pensieve, and the loyal Phoenix Fawkes. During the desperate hunt for Voldemort's Horcruxes in the final year, Harry sought refuge and information at the eccentric, rook-shaped dwelling of Xenophilius Lovegood and his daughter Luna, a home adorned with bizarre plants like dirigible plums and filled with outlandish conspiracy theories. There is so much more to Harry's story, but I hope that you enjoyed coming along on this journey with me. Creating these 50 matchboxes has been an incredible experience, and I have learned so much along the way. I hope you have too. I know some of you have had fun trying to make some of these yourselves, and if you haven't already, please send me photos. I would love seeing your creations. So as we close out this wonderful journey, I think that all there is left to say is mischief managed.